Okay, so we looked at TWB and then TWBX. These are the two. And another one that is really popular is TDS. The TDS file is like TWB, but the opposite. See, TWB has all your work, right, all the visualization, but no data. Okay. Whereas TDS, well, TDS is not exact opposite, but TDS it does not have the data and it does not have your work. Okay, then what does it have then? It doesn't have your data, it doesn't have your visualization. What does it have? But well, in Tableau you'll see that in any other visualization platform worth its salt, then it's going to have a lot of capabilities in terms of creating new fields and creating hierarchies, creating sets, creating groups. So lots of things that you can do with the data to make visualizations more informative and more interactive. So you do a lot of massaging with the data, okay, creating new fields, creating calculated fields, and so on and so forth. So TD, and suppose you want that transformed data, okay, you want that somebody else to work on it. So you have a team member, you've done a lot of work preparing the data, right, transforming lots of different columns, creating lots of parameters, and we will be looking at many of those things as the semester goes on. Okay, so you want to send that to your colleague to continue with the work. Okay. So you want to send only that part, not the data, right, not the underlying data. You want only those modifications that you performed. Okay. And you have not done any visualization, and you don't care that your colleague is going to take all of that and do lots of different visualization, right. So TDS does that. So it takes an exported data source, okay, so that may connect to frequently, and then metadata including data source type, connection information, group, sets, calculated fields, bins, and blah blah blah. All that modifications that you did with the data, that information will be set. So this file is typically a small file. It is like TWB file. It's a small file because it only has all these modifications. So the person to whom that you send this file should have access to the underlying data, because you're not sending the data with it. You're only sending the metadata about the modifications, right? And that person, the reason why you would send this is that person is going to do additional analysis. That's not going to be the person for whom you are preparing the visualizations and making a presentation. That's not your audience. That's your coworker, right? Because when you prepare visualizations, you have a particular audience. You either want to make the audience knowledgeable about the data, or you want to persuade your audience to take some action. And they don't care about how the visualizations are done. You're trying to impress upon them with the data and the visualization. So they don't, you're not going to send TD, so you're probably going to send TWB or TWBX to those people. Okay, so TDS is only for co-workers, your team member or something like that. Okay, let's see how we're going to do that. Okay, so you have to do that from a sheet. So from within a sheet, okay, so you go to add to saved data. Okay, so I have this in my Word document. If you have the Word document with you, and you'll see, yeah, there it is. So where is this command? Under the data tab, okay, and you go down to the data source that you want to save. I mean, the TDS file that's related to which data table, okay, and then here add to saved data sources. Click that, then you see that it's going to, you can change the location, but it's going to save it here. The documents, my Tableau repository, and data sources. So this is a folder that Tableau automatically creates when you install Tableau. So within that, data sources and the version number. Actually, for each version number, you'll have a folder. So, and then within that, you have ENUSEU. So here are the files. So that's where it'll save. Well, you have to select the version number. So now if you do orders superstore, okay, so save that. So that's where it is. Okay, and you see the file size will be really small. It's only 19 KB, and you can send it off to your colleague. Okay, and the way you'll open it is so let me close this. So the way you'll open it is okay, file, open, okay, then you select the file type, which is TDS, right? All right. TDS, okay, and then open it, and then you have the and of course here remember there is no data in this file. Okay, so if the person to whom that you send this file should have the data. Okay, any questions? Yeah.
So if we were to send it to you, does your computer automatically recognize that you have that data, or does it have to be like the same Excel file names?
Yeah, the TDS file will have the path encoded in it, path to the data. So when I open it, so it will look at that path, and if it finds the file, then it will pull the records. If it doesn't find it, then it's going to give you that error message that we saw before.